Hi, it's Leslie, Seeking Sister Wife, and we're talking about the Davis family. And we left off with them that Jasmine, so many freaking Jasmines, Jasmine spent the weekend over and slept over in the big old bed with Nick and all the other girls. Anyway, as you know, this girl would be the one that Danielle would legally marry, if that is exciting. So Danielle's got something, she's got her own vetting process going on, if you know what I mean. But we got to see the caring side of Nick, because I guess Nick is concerned about Danielle, and he knew she flew the coop the other week, so he wants to make sure that she's still okay with this process. So he kind of holds her back and asks her how she's doing.
I'm talking about you. How are you doing? Are you okay with how things are? Could you see yourself marrying her?
It's kind of the sweet, sensitive side of Nick. We've never really seen this, We only know Nick to be just like the freeloader type that sits home and does nothing. But, he's got this caring side. He has a good situation. He don't want to frig it up. And music to his ears. Here's how Danielle responds.
I'm curious to see how things are going to continue to grow, but I'm feeling pretty good, and I want to see how things go.
All right, well then enough said.
Okay.
That's all that needs to be established.
Alrighty then, that made Nick really happy. So that little exchange ended with this very uncomfortable, awkward kiss. Equally awkward for us watching.
Okay. We'll see what's up from there.
Okay.
Anyway, let's press on. That was a lot. That was a lot. Anyway, now we're to the bed situation, which of course is my favorite situation. This big old bed, and no little slits in it. It's one big bed, and that comforter, obviously custom to fit, because it fits 5 people. Yes. But dare I say, it's maxed out at 5. Unless you're going to get really skinny girls for the next ones, 5 is about the max. Anyway, we were privy to the bed situation, so I guess Nick obviously is in the middle. And then what I thought it was the LIFO system, meaning that I thought that Jennifer and April, if I've already forgotten which one is who. And I don't even know whose baby that belongs to either. But anyway, I just assumed they were both next to Nick, but I guess they've given that up. It sounds like, well, at least for this sleepover, Danielle is sleeping next to Nick, and they're letting Jasmine sleep next to Nick, which makes sense because, of course, she's the guest, so you get that prime spot. Anyway, that was the bed situation. But then Jennifer, I'll call her Jennifer, not the one with the super long hair, with the pretty long hair. Jennifer says this, to my surprise.
I'm in the middle sometimes, like in between Danielle and Nick sometimes, so I've never tried that either.
Sometimes? So she gives up her spot, so she lets Danielle have the spot next to Nick, and she opts for the side. I'm like, is that by choice? Does she say, oh, I have to get up to use the bathroom? Is it that situation? Does she use that line? Like, how does she get that spot on the end? I'm thinking, she wants that spot. She don't like him either. Nobody likes him. You start in the middle, and then the more you get to know him, you move on to the outside. Like, you get another wife in, because you're like, if I get another wife, I get to sleep on the outside, and I have to sleep next to Nick and all his, like, hot breath and snuggling and all that stuff. I don't know. But I would want to be on the outside for a quick getaway, if you know what I mean. But that was very interesting to me, because I had the whole bed layout completely wrong. I thought there was a priority there, but I guess the priority and the seniority goes to the people on the outside. Anyway, to sum it all up, Nick really likes Jasmine. No shock there. So they had to have a little huddle with the family and see if they want to continue to date Jasmine. And Danielle, I guess, has the biggest voice now in all of this, because they're all deferring to her because they don't want to lose her,
Nothing necessarily went wrong, but it didn't go right enough. I'm just not sure if moving forward right now would be the best idea.
Oh, Nick was bummed when he heard that, because we all want to keep, Danielle happy. And then it just came to a group vote.
So then on that note, are we dating Jasmine or not? I say no, because I agree with Danielle. Yeah. Jenny?
I agree.
Yep, they all backed Danielle. Very nice. So that was kind of shocking to me because I just figured, it's so hard to find anyone that wants to do this nonsense, that if you find a viable, sane, somewhat normal person that's a taker and willing to do this crap, that you just take them because there's just not a lot to pick from out there, But they took the vote and the vote was no. So somehow they let Jasmine know, you didn't make the cut, honey. Shocking. So her free room and board, she's going to have to just foot it on her own. There you go. Nick was bummed, but, kind of perked up when they said, we're going to keep dating and date 1 or 2 more people. And he's like, 1 or 2? He's like, oh boy, already seeing designs on that bigger bed he's going to have to order. But you know what? He's happy. He's like, and not that I'm a Nick fan, but he does defer to the wives and followed with their lead. I was like, okay, at least he's doing that much. He let them run it, because I think if it was up to him, he'd have Jasmine in there and he'd be in the spare bedroom on the other side. So, but they're letting the wives run the show here. And they kind of ended the year exactly where they started, but they said they ended the year stronger. They're a stronger unit. So, there you go. And here kind of sums it up.
I just love the love that we have. And I'm thankful for each of you, for everything that you guys do. Love you. Aww. I love you guys. I love you guys.
Oh, yes. For all that you do. And we're going to leave it on that note. We're still wondering what Nick does, but you know what? We'll just have to wait till next year to find out, because he must do something. We just don't know it yet. But anyway, I follow this nonsense every week. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Bye. For different nonsense next week. Bye.